Good evening and welcome to Denver and ABC's coverage of Game 2 of the NBA Finals. The Nuggets made a statement Thursday night in front of their fired-up fans. The first ever Finals game in this city, in Denver, led as usual by Nikola Jokic, a triple-double in his first ever championship round game. And so tonight, all the heat is on Miami, and in particular on Jimmy Butler, uncharacteristically quiet in Game 1. Butler with just 13. What does he have in store for tonight? It's time for round 2. Let's count it down to the NBA Finals on ABC.
All right, Mike. Thursday night was a long-anticipated night of celebrations for the Nugget fans. Nikola Jokic, another triple-double to take Game 1. Now, Bam Adebayo and the Heat looking to even things up here in Denver. And good evening, everyone. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Green on hand, Lisa
Knight, and they got the tempo where they needed, but they only shot 2 free throws. Butler didn't get to the free throw line. The entire Miami team needs to attack the paint. They missed a lot of good open threes, but they've got to get the ball into the paint, and Butler has to get to the free throw line.
coming into Game 2. There are a number of Heat players who
Wide open three, but just awful pick and roll defense, communication, leaves a struggling Strus to knock down a wide open three, and then against the down of the pick and roll, Vincent snakes back to the middle for a mid-range jumper.
making buckets, brought to you by KFC Chicken Nuggets. The undrafted players for the Heat have been making buckets all playoffs. 44% of the Heat's points in this playoff run has been scored by the undrafted players, and a backcourt violation. One of those undrafted players just made an excellent defensive play.
For one of the big factors in starting Kevin Love,
this is the best way in the business to be a stabilizer. Get the ball in the hands of, right now, the best player in the world, and put his head down and make a play. Find a way to stop the bleeding.
What a turnaround. Max Strus 0 for 10 in Game 1. Knocked down 4 threes in the first quarter. Heat here to lead after 1.
well, this is outstanding individual offense. Excellent defense by Adebayo. The beautiful fading jumper that just gets over Adebayo's hand.
Welcome, Jamal Murray, born and raised in Kitchener, Ontario. He started his high school career at Grand River Collegiate Institute before transferring to Orangeville Prep. Both schools are in Canada. He was one and done at Kentucky before being selected 7th overall by the Nuggets in the 2016 draft. Murray became a star in the bubble in 2020, but tore his ACL in April of 2021. Missed all of last season. He said he had some dark days coming back from that injury, but said his goal was to come back even better.
He doesn't make the basket, he gets the contact.
Well, good conversion here by Gabe Benson, as you said. Attacks, contorts, and then finishes.
And Michael Malone wants a timeout before Vincent will shoot the free throw. A 10-point lead for the Nuggets here in the second. It's halftime. The highlights from the first 2 quarters. Mike Greenberg, Stephen A., Michael Wilbon, Jalen Rose here in the building at Ball Arena. Place is loud here for Game 2. They were a little nervous in the opening minutes. Miami came out storming. Strus knocking down threes, and they went up by 11. But Jokic, Murray, and these Nuggets, led by their bench in the second quarter, a terrific turnaround. 2 quarters complete here. Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Nuggets lead by 6.
The NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV are brought to you by Indiana Jones and a Dial of Destiny. Only in theaters June 30th.
Those are 2 terrific role players who shined in these playoffs. As we bring you the first half stats, brought to you by Kia. Miami was hot early. Both teams shot from three-point range very well. But look at that bench. 20-5 for Denver. And a lot of it, Nikola Jokic sitting on the bench for the Denver Nuggets. Moments ago, Lisa spoke with Bruce Brown.
Thank you, Mike. Bruce, the game.
One of the playoff heroes for the Heat on their way to the finals.
And there's going to be a come-to-Jesus meeting between the coaching staff of the Nuggets and Michael Porter Jr. because he's nowhere near Gabe Vincent.
The NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV are brought to you by Gran Turismo. Only in theaters August 11th. And Miller Lite. Great taste, 96 calories. Tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly.
Time to check out who stepped up to answer the call, brought to you by NBA 2K23. Gabe Vincent answering the call, is currently ranked 75th on 2K23. We'll take a timeout. Miami Heat want to talk it over. He had an 11-point lead early. Denver then up by 15. Back and forth they go here in game 2. Third quarter comes to an end. Nikola Jokic, 18 points here in the third. 31 for the day. This presentation of the NBA Finals continues after this message and a word from our ABC station. Point game. Timeout Denver. 8 points already in just over a minute.
We see the drive-by and the finish. Now we see coming off the screen, Jeff Green. Come on, you know the rules. Hand down, man down.
The NBA Finals are presented by YouTube TV.
Duncan Robinson in the fourth.
But make no mistake about it, Bam is making plays as a playmaker. Recognizing you're putting your center in position to read and react to quarterback position, and he is making the right reads, delivering the basketball, and Duncan Robinson has been a spark plug in a big-time way off the bench. Back in Denver, Heat up 3. Duncan Robinson taking over this game. Found himself out of the rotation at points throughout the course of the season, but in the fourth quarter has knocked down shots and made plays, whether it be driving, N1, knockdown shots. Stellar.
Oh, the Miami Heat with a fantastic fourth quarter. Jamal Murray, though, trying to keep Denver's hopes alive. Another big performance from Nikola Jokic. Great games. And now, as the series shifts to Miami, it's all even, so we're guaranteed at least the game 5. These Nuggets fans will get certainly another chance to see their team. But how will this series, when it eventually comes back to Denver, be? Much more to come. We'll be back to wrap it up here from Denver. A thrilling victory for the Heat to even the NBA Finals. Win on the road, and they get a game 2 in the NBA Finals win on the road.
And Kevin Love should have been on there too, even though he didn't put up big numbers.
So there's your final score, 111-108. The NBA Finals even at 1 game apiece. Thanks to our terrific ABC crew. Of course, for Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, Lisa Salters, our producer, Tim Corrigan, and director Mike Schwab. Mike Breen saying thanks so much for watching here on ABC, home of the NBA Finals. The studio team with much more on a thrilling game 2. That's coming up after the break.